So in the previous video where I looked at the resistance measurements with the meter, kind of doing the shootout that we looked at, I struggled a little bit with auto ranging, and I was doing a lot of clicking through ranging. To get to a range, it actually measured the resistors, and a viewer commented that there was a bug perhaps with that, and it was addressed in the version 2 firmware. We've looked at upgrading to the version 2 firmware in another video. So I kind of want to redo what I did here to get these measurements and just see if the meter behaves differently. So we're on the version 2 firmware. Let's get over to ohms. And let's just chug through a couple of these and just see what happens. This is a 0.01 ohm resistor, so it should be nice and low resistance. Auto range down. So we haven't actually compensated for the lead resistance and stuff, so that's getting down to a point. We saw 0.16 ohms before, and we're actually getting. I'm holding it. Let me set it down and see if it'll stabilize here someplace. Again, it's a very low value resistor, so the fact that the meter struggles a bit with it is no big deal. So actually getting a fair amount of drift there, and it's negative resistance. If that'll ever kind of stabilize, we will take it out. And we'll take that much out. And we'll try again. Again, this is a very low resistance. We're not doing a Kelvin or 4 lead measurement, so I wouldn't expect it to be perfect. And that's coming in about 0.07 something, which doesn't actually make any sense. It's measuring actually really high now. So again, very low resistance resistor. Honestly, wouldn't expect the performance to be awesome on that. And we look now at just kind of let's remove that. So I can see here the auto for ranging appear, and when I put it in relative mode, it disappears. And that's actually what I was seeing before, and that looks like that's by design behavior. So right now we're in a fixed range. Again, this is going to settle. 0.052 maybe. So significant difference. I'm not sure that's firmware. It rained heavily overnight. It's humid here. So with relative enabled, it shouldn't be able to measure this resistor. This is a 8.995 meg, and that should just be an overflow. Let's turn relative off, get it back to auto range. And it's measured on 9.013. Very close to what it measured here, 9.006 maybe. Let's auto range back down to a very tiny resistor. That's a 0.1 ohm resistor. And right now we're getting 0.09 something. We had 0.095 before, so again, we're very close. 9.3. We'll jump back up to a big resistor. So I think all the auto ranging stuff I didn't understand, where I was poking through the range button manually because I had relative turned on. Going to jump up to 899.56K or 55K. It's hard to read. Again, we're in auto ranging. We're getting 901.2K. that K or MEG? Which one have I got here? It's the 899.55, and we're measuring 899.6. So actually the auto-ranging is working very well here. It was me having relative enabled and expecting auto-ranging to do something. I'm going to jump down to a 5 ohm resistor. So we're really jumping back and forth, very low to very high resistances. Auto-ranging does its stuff. That came very quickly to 5.1-ish ohms. It's actually closer, well, maybe not than it was before. And again in, let's see where we are for lead resistance. Pretty close to 0. I'm not going to re-zero that. What do you want to call it? 5 point. It's still coming down. 5.06. It's settling down towards something. Wow, 5.04. It's hard to say where that's going to settle down to. We'll call it 5.025. It's still settling and getting closer and closer to that 5 ohms. I guess we'll let it sit here and see if it kind of bottoms out at 5 or if it moves under. No, it's settling down. Or maybe not. Picked up a 200K. Right now it's in mega ohms because the leads are open. Well, it would help if I actually clicked on. $199.9 something K. Pretty much spot on to what we had before, 199.90K. Anyhow, I'm not going to go through the rest of these. This is just a quick follow-up to say, I had confused myself when I relative the leads out, and I just, relative down 100 or 200K. Auto-ranging then doesn't work, and that would make sense. So it was really me paying attention before. Successfully up on the new firmware. Can't complain. So this will be a short video. I'll finish it up here and we'll talk soon.